Dive into 79 must-know concepts necessary for acing the Sheet Metal Worker Red Seal License exam. Access comprehensive preparation materials at www.cannycollege.com to ensure you are fully prepared for success. 1. Uses personal protective equipment, PPE, and safety equipment. Utilizes safety gear such as gloves, goggles, helmets, and ear protection to ensure personal safety and prevent injuries while working with sheet metal and related tools. 2. Maintains a safe work environment, ensures the work area is hazard-free, follows safety protocols, and implements best practices to create a safe environment for sheet metal work, minimizing the risk of accidents or incidents. 3. Performs lockout and tagout procedures, safely isolates energy sources and machinery during maintenance or repair work by using lockout and tagout procedures to prevent accidental startups or releases of hazardous energy. 4. Uses hand and portable power tools. Utilizes a variety of hand tools such as snips, hammers, and drills, as well as portable power tools like grinders and shears for cutting, shaping, and forming sheet metal components. 5. Uses shop tools and equipment. Operates workshop tools and equipment such as shears, presses, brakes, and rollers to cut, bend, shape, and fabricate sheet metal pieces according to project requirements. 6. Uses gas metal arc welding, GMAW equipment. Utilizes gas metal arc welding equipment, also known as MIG welding, to join sheet metal components using a consumable wire electrode and shielding gas for a clean and efficient welding process. 7. Uses resistance spot welding equipment. Employee-resistant spot welding equipment to bond sheet metal together by applying pressure and heat generated by an electric current passing through the metal, creating a strong weld. 8. Uses gas tungsten arc welding, GTAW equipment. Uses gas tungsten arc welding equipment, commonly known as TIG welding, for precision welding of sheet metal, creating high-quality, clean welds with control over heat input. 9. Uses shielded metal arc welding, SMA equipment. Operates shielded metal arc welding equipment, also known as stick welding, to join sheet metal components using a consumable electrode coated in flux for a strong and versatile welding method. 10. Uses oxyfuel and plasma arc cutting equipment. Utilizes oxyfuel cutting and plasma arc cutting equipment to cut and shape sheet metal with precision, using heat generated by combustion or plasma arcs for efficient material removal. 11. Uses soldering and brazing equipment. Joins sheet metal components using soldering equipment for lower heat applications and brazing equipment for higher heat applications, creating strong, permanent connections without melting the metal. 12. Uses measuring and layout equipment. Employs measuring tools such as rulers, squares, calipers, and protractors to accurately measure and mark sheet metal pieces for cutting, bending, and forming during fabrication. 13. Uses testing and inspection devices. Utilizes inspection tools such as micrometers, gauges, and magnifiers to measure dimensions, check tolerances, and inspect welds for quality and accuracy in sheet metal work. 14. Uses stationary and mobile work platforms. Works on fixed workbenches or uses mobile platforms such as scaffolding or scissor lifts to access and work on sheet metal installations at elevated heights or hard-to-reach areas. 15. Uses hoisting, rigging, and positioning equipment. Utilizes hoists, cranes, rigging equipment, and positioners to lift, move, and position large sheet metal components or assemblies safely and accurately during installation. 16. Uses trade-related documentation. References trade manuals, job orders, blueprints, and industry standards to follow guidelines, procedures, and specifications for sheet metal fabrication, installation, and repair projects. 17. Interprets drawings, understands engineering drawings, schematics, and blueprints to interpret design plans, layouts, and specifications for sheet metal work, ensuring accurate fabrication and installation of metal components. 18. Organizes materials and equipment for the project. Plans and arranges sheet metal materials, tools, fasteners, and equipment required for the project to ensure readiness, efficiency, and smooth workflow during fabrication and installation tasks. 19. Performs basic design and field modifications. Makes adjustments, modifications, or customizations to sheet metal components based on project requirements, field conditions, or design changes for an accurate fit and functionality. T. Uses communication techniques. Communicates effectively with team members, supervisors, and clients using verbal, written, or visual methods to convey project instructions, updates, and safety precautions during sheet metal work. 21. Uses mentoring techniques, guides and trains apprentices or junior sheet metal workers by sharing knowledge, skills, and expertise to help develop their abilities, improve performance, and ensure quality workmanship in sheet metal projects. 22. Develop patterns using simple and straight line layout, creating sheet metal patterns using basic straight lines and measurements. 3. Develop patterns using the parallel line method, constructing sheet metal patterns by using parallel lines and measurements for accuracy. 4. Develop patterns using the radial line method. Create sheet metal patterns by using radial lines emanating from a central point to create curved designs. 25. Develop patterns using the triangulation method, creating sheet metal patterns by using a series of triangles to develop complex shapes and angles. 26. Uses computer technology for pattern development, utilizing software and digital tools to design and create sheet metal patterns efficiently and accurately. 27. Cuts ductwork, fittings, and components, using various cutting tools to size and shape sheet metal pieces for ductwork and fittings. 28. Forms ductwork, fittings, and components, shaping and bending sheet metal pieces into the desired forms for ductwork, fittings, and components. 29. Insulates ductwork, fittings, and components, applying insulating materials to sheet metal products to enhance energy efficiency and prevent heat loss. 30. Assembles ductwork, fittings, and components, joining the various sheet metal parts together to create complete ductwork systems and fittings. 31. Fabricate dampers, creating adjustable valves or plates used in ductwork to regulate airflow. 2. Fabricates hanger systems, support, and bases, constructing metal support systems and structures for holding ductwork in place securely. 3. Cuts metal for flashing, roofing, sheeting, and cladding, cutting sheet metal into specific shapes for various exterior applications, such as flashing, roofing, sheeting, and cladding. 34. Forms flashing, roofing, sheeting, and cladding, bending and shaping sheet metal to create protective coverings and finishes for buildings. 35. Cuts material for specialty products, using cutting tools to shape sheet metal for unique or specialized products. 36. Forms specialty products, bending, shaping, and forming sheet metal to create custom or specialized products based on specific requirements. 37. Assembles specialty products, putting together the individual sheet metal components to create the final specialty product. 8. Finishes specialty products, applying surface treatments or coatings to sheet metal products to enhance their appearance or durability. 9. Performs on-site measurements, taking accurate measurements in the work environment to ensure precise installation of sheet metal components. 40. Performs demolitions for renovations, removing existing sheet metal structures or components as part of renovation projects. 41. Install penetrations and sleeves, installing openings and protective sleeves in sheet metal for pipes, wires, or other elements to pass through. 42. Installs supports and bases, installing structural supports and bases to provide stability and proper positioning for sheet metal components. 43. Installs hangers, cables, braces, and brackets, attaching various support elements to secure and suspend sheet metal components in place. 44. Install chimneys, mounting and connecting sheet metal structures that serve as chimneys for ventilation or exhaust systems. 45. Connects appliances or mechanical equipment to the chimney and breeching, connecting heating appliances or mechanical systems to chimneys and breeching for proper ventilation. 6. Installs high-efficiency appliances and mechanical equipment, installing advanced and energy-efficient appliances and mechanical systems that require specialized handling. 47. Installs air handling equipment, setting up equipment designed for the circulation, cooling, heating, and filtering of air within a building. 48. Installs sheet metal ducts and fittings, placing and connecting ductwork and fittings made of sheet metal to facilitate air ventilation and distribution. 49. Install dampers, installing control valves or plates in ductwork to regulate airflow. 50. Installs fire and fire smoke dampers, installing specific dampers designed to prevent the spread of fire and smoke in case of emergencies. 51. Install registers, grills, diffusers, and louvers, mounting air distribution components such as registers, grills, diffusers, and louvers for proper airflow management. 52. Install terminal boxes, fitting and connecting terminal boxes that control the flow of air in HVAC systems. 53. Install coils, installing coils used in heating, cooling, or refrigeration systems for efficient heat transfer. 54. Install system component accessories, adding supplementary components to HVAC or ventilation systems as required for proper functioning. 55. Install plenums, installing chambers or compartments that allow air distribution or serve as part of an air handling system. 56. Installs pneumatic and gravity material handling system components. Installing components of material handling systems that rely on air pressure or gravity for operation. 57. Installs mechanized material handling system components, installing motorized or automated components of material handling systems for efficient operation. 58. Applies thermal insulation to components, adding insulation material to sheet metal components to prevent heat loss or gain. 59. Applies lagging and cladding to components, adding protective layers to sheet metal components for increased durability, weather resistance, and aesthetics. 60. Applies flashing to components, installing waterproofing material to prevent water intrusion in joints or around openings. 61. Performs leak tests, conduct tests to detect and address any leaks in sheet metal installations. 62. Performs testing, adjusting, and balancing conduct tests, adjustments, and balancing of airflow in HVAC systems for optimal performance. 63. Participates in the commissioning of air and material handling systems, collaborating in the process of testing and starting up air and material handling systems to ensure they function correctly. 64. Lays out roof and walls, planning and marking the layout for roofing and wall installations to ensure proper placement and alignment. 5. Installs insulation, isolation material, and building envelope components, fitting insulation materials and components that provide thermal regulation, soundproofing, and protection in a building's envelope. So installs roofing and cladding siding system components, placing and securing materials that form the outer protective layers of a building, including roofing and siding elements. 67. Seals exposed joints, applying sealants or caulking to joints between components to prevent water infiltration and air leaks and maintain structural integrity. 8. Install decking, installing the base layer or decking material that provides support for roofing or flooring systems. 69. Installs exterior components, mounting various external elements such as windows, doors, louvers, or vents as part of the building's exterior structure. 70. Prepares surface, preparing the surface by cleaning, leveling, or treating it to ensure proper adhesion and installation of materials. 71. Fastens exterior components, securing exterior components in place using appropriate fasteners or fastening methods. 72. Installs stainless steel specialty products, installing specialty products made from stainless steel for specific applications that require the material's durability and corrosion resistance. 73. Installs non-stainless steel specialty products, installing specialty products made from materials other than stainless steel for designated uses based on material properties. 74. Installs marine products, fitting components or systems specifically designed for marine environments, such as ships or offshore structures. 75. Performs maintenance inspections, conducting routine inspections to assess the condition of systems, components, and structures for maintenance needs or issues. 76. Services components, performing maintenance tasks, adjustments, or repairs to ensure the proper functioning of components or systems. And repairs faulty systems and components, fixing malfunctioning or damaged systems, components, or structures to restore functionality and efficiency. 78. Diagnoses system faults, identifying and analyzing issues or malfunctions in systems to determine the root cause of problems. 79. Repairs worn or faulty components, fixing worn out or defective components through repair or replacement to maintain the integrity and performance of the system.